Oh, man. I'm going to title this different because it's a watch party. How you guys doing? Oh my gosh, long time no see. Wow, we made it back. I think, at least. I think we're live. It's been so long. My apologies, everybody. Way too long. I know it. You know it. It happens. No, it shouldn't, but it did. I'm happy to be back. That's most definite. The quote of the day. Well, I think life is precious because you can't watch it again. Crazy ironic. I just posted a moment that's now going to be watched all the time. But it's never going to be better than that first time I said it. Alright, so what are we doing today? We're just doing a watch party. Alright. It's been like 5 months since I've streamed, 4 months. Obviously, the laser in the back is not complete yet. And that's okay. A whole bunch of life happened. And it's too much to unpack all in one just like cool, calm, collected statement here. So I figured we can hop on. I just announced a new YouTube page with my comedy routine on it. Very excited about that. Oh my gosh, do I remember the hotkeys? Nope. Oh wait, Alt-Shift? Alt-Shift? Not working. That's okay. We continue. Evan Ham Comedy on YouTube. Check me out. Come subscribe. I put up my stand-up set. I've been doing stand-up. And this is one of the first sets I did. This is the second time I went up. The first time I went up was at the Helium Comedy Club. Oh my gosh. We're just going to get the full backstory here because I'm talking now. I had one of my best friends pass away. And that sucks so much. He was such a good guy. He didn't deserve this shit at all. But man, it just he got in too deep of a hole for sure. Yo, anybody out there struggling with anything they might think will overwhelm them, you gotta ask for help. All right, you can't let like money inhibit you to that effect. Gotta ask for help. That's where I'm coming at this from. But I was able to spend a lot of time with him before he passed, and we talked a lot about comedy. We did a lot of comedy together, just like riffing on jokes, not like actual stand-up. We talked about our stand-up sets, but I had ambitions of going up, and he did as well. And while he was in the hospital, I was writing a new joke each day to tell him in the hospital. And some of them he liked, I'd get them out. And some of them, they didn't land. But most of the time, I think it brightened his day, just briefly. And then, Helium Comedy Club, they do an open mic. And they kept rejecting me like 4 weeks in a row or something. I don't know. Just kept signing up, kept not making the list. And then I just went one night after I visited Luke in the hospital. I just ran to Helium for the show. And I put myself on the alt list. And I was the 27th comedian doing a 3-minute set. 27 out of 28, the guy behind me closed. And it went well. They liked some of the jokes well enough to try again. And I wasn't with anybody, and I needed my phone for my jokes. It was kind of unprofessional, but it was my first time. So I didn't record it at all. But I did get to share that with him. And he was excited about that. So, fast forward like a month and a half or something like that. I don't know. I've been going up a little bit. It's been fun. I've been up like 3 times in the last week. So, it's very solid. I mean, there's for sure jokes about using comedy as a coping mechanism, and I lean into that. So this is the watch party. Let's do it. Let's watch it.
Keep it going for Trey, Jordan, and if we have any Evan Hammonds fans in the crowd, keep it going as we bring them on up here. Yes, Evan Hammond.
Oh yeah, hold on. Even made like websites and stuff. evanham.com. I got a LinkTree going. Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Alright, what's up, crackers?
Easy.
Alright, I think it's okay to joke about anything, so strap in.
That's the whole theme.
Crackers has to be the most racist name for a comedy store I've ever heard of. You know who's more funny than Crackers? Every black person. This is kind of appropriation. I think black people have more of a capacity for comedy because of the generational oppression that's passed down. It's coming out. Like black people are the best comedians and athletes, and it's for the same reason. Crackers. So thank you for coming. That was the first hill of the roller coaster. So.
I was pretty fairly nervous. Out of everything, that front bit where I rip on Crackers itself, like the name and yeah, we'll get to the rest of it. But just know, I was nervous.
It's always the roughest. Yeah, it's okay to joke about anything. I think it's healthy to find humor anywhere. But some people get scared. I mean, even Crackers has the restrictions. No F words or no N words. It's like, damn, no black guys or gay people. Who's gonna be funny or clever? I had to email them and clarify, like, what F word are we talking about? It's the original, not the gay one.
That's kind of funny.
I mean, even PG-13 movies, you gotta say the F word once. I mean, but if you say the N word one time, it's a hard R-rated movie. Yeah, you can joke about anything.
I was happy that went over well because that was the whole portion. I mean, we're 2.5 minutes in, and I spent half my set kind of ripping on Crackers themselves, which I didn't know if it'd be good or bad. I definitely wrote worse Crackers jokes, and there was somebody who had a similar premise to like the name Crackers, and you couldn't get away with another comedy store called any other slur. That was like my bit, but somebody had a bit that was very similar, so I workshopped that a decent amount. The no F words and no N words thing comes from such a real, like, I have the email receipts. It's wild. We push.
Anything. Like a friend of mine works at a hotel. He says the benefits suck, and I believe him because he's still homeless. That's like if you work at a restaurant and starve to death. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, something's wrong with society, and I just laugh. I'm like the Joker. If Gotham was in Canada, nothing happened. I have another friend who's given me advice on health insurance, and he died.
Only the best man.
So I'm looking for a new provider of friendship.
We all cope differently.
He was so curious about his butt. Like, we would debate a lot if we'd ever like approve a cave exploration, but pretty afraid of the dark down there. And
This came up so often in life between me and Luke. It just did. It just did. We discussed butts a lot. Curious soul. He was a curious soul.
he asked me once if, why I wouldn't let anything go in there. And I said, I don't want to get bagged. I can say the other F word.
Shout out, credits where credits due. Shout out another good friend, Patty, because he workshopped that idea with me and crushed. It crushed.
And he said, I think that means you're homophobic. That's like if he said, why don't you eat vegetables? And I was like, my ego. He was like, wow, you hate people who have to wear helmets? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, health insurance sucks. I feel really stupid every time I look at it. I
Still
want
do.
to wither. But my parents are bullying me into getting it. And that's how you know bullying works. I'm being bullied to health. I'm going to name drop him in my suicide note to prove it to him.
To stick it to him. To stick it to him. That lands more.
I wrote that before they were coming. Yeah, if it's not okay to joke about something, we gotta find out, you know.
I love this part.
Sometimes I'm late, and then I'm late again, so I get called tardy, and then I get called retardy. Yeah, saying retarded nowadays is like saying there's two genders. Like everybody gets so mad. And you're like, the doctors just said it.
That joke will get me in trouble, as time has proven. But that's a funny joke. Come on, that's funny. And I think comedy's also kind of a stamp in time to a degree. I mean, how many times do you talk about, or do people talk about, like, how, like, you couldn't make The Office today, you couldn't do this, you know. There's just there's different demographics for different times. So I'm sure this whole thing's not going to age poorly. No, is going to age poorly. Yep, that's what we're thinking.
The only thing you can't joke about, you can't make 9/11 jokes. They're just not funny. Callbacks don't work if you never forget. Once there was a big group of scientists and they taught a bunch of monies about money.
A bunch of monkeys, Evan. Monkeys. About money.
So these monkeys learned how to trade silver coins for basic goods like grapes and jello. And then eventually the female monkeys learned they could exchange sex for silver coins. So they stopped the experiment. when all the scientists died from AIDS.
Got a little.
I'm done now. Thank you guys.
Got a little far from the microphone there, but that joke crushes. I'm gonna do it here clean. You know what? Because it's a funny joke, and that wasn't clean. This is like my favorite. This was one of the first jokes I wrote. Then I was like, there's something. There's a joke right there. And it started from a YouTube short. Of course it did. There was a whole YouTube short about how these scientists in 2005 taught a group of monkeys how to use currency. So the monkeys learned that they could exchange silver coins for small goods like grapes and jello, and then eventually the female monkeys evolved to start accepting silver coins for sex. So the experiment had to stop because all the scientists died from AIDS. Get it? The scientists were paying the monkeys for sex. It's funny. Because there's like a rumor that AIDS started from monkeys. I don't know if it's true or not, but I know everybody knows the rumor. Bang. So, that was the set. I've been doing a set since then, which have also been fun. There's really not enough time in this world to do everything I want to do. So, I mean, I still got a hopefully extremely healthy portion of my life to go. You know, I'm like, I feel like I'm basically in between quarters right now, first and second quarter. And yeah, gotta prioritize stuff. I'm not gonna stop writing jokes. I know that. I booked Crackers again for December 19th. Gonna do another 6-minute set. I'm very excited. It's gonna be all fresh material. Essentially retiring this. I feel like I could perform this almost anywhere and do fairly well. Not almost anywhere. I just have confidence in my jokes, to be honest. I think this set was very solid. I know half of it was Crackers specific, but I guess we can hear this fun part too.
Keep it going for Evan Hammonds. He's definitely sure to be back, so we'll see you folks here again.
Yo, how amazing. The lineup that night was pretty incredible. The MC, Lisa Bosman, thank you for the special shout out there. And you were right, I am back December 19th, 8 o'clock show. So the link is below. And let's see. I bought evanham.com, and it should be forwarding to, it did, the LinkTree. So that's wonderful. I don't have much on the LinkTree yet. I guess I should throw on my Twitter and maybe my Facebook. I announce my shows on Facebook because it's where I have the most following. Isn't that depressing? It's just a whole community of people that like me. Who knew? I appreciate it. I mean, I don't want to discount what we have here on YouTube either. I mean, this is now my third YouTube channel I've started. Gingerhouse, Friends with Differences, Evan Ham. So that's fun. I'm very much looking forward to not stopping with any of them. The podcast, I need to edit videos for, which I'm not great at. I mean, this tonight took me hours to do, and it didn't seem like that much. It was a lot of setup. I bought domains. I made accounts, edited video, uploaded. But we made it. We made it, and now evanham.com, you can buy tickets to my next show at evanham.com. I mean, come on. Come on. That's fun. That's a great time. So, thank you guys. I mean, I know it's been a hell of a rocky kind of year, to be honest. This has been a hectic year, especially the second half. But still to the first half. I appreciate everybody, anybody sticking with me, and I don't know if you didn't. I appreciate you speaking your mind at least. One thing's for certain, I think having the conversation is always better than not having it, and I think that applies to everything. To be honest, like I'm excited for the new podcast episode eventually because Patty speaks well about how, like, even if you're racist, maybe you can voice that and we can work through why you're racist and maybe land you in a spot of not being racist, you know what I'm saying? But like, even at first when I hear that, like, yeah, you know, if you're a racist, probably should shut up. Obviously, that's what just comes to mind. Just shut them up. But that's not going to help anything in the long haul. Maybe a very small immediate effect. But if you can reason with somebody or just connect with them, I don't know, I think we can bridge a barrier and maybe land in a spot that isn't so prejudiced, maybe. Man. One of these times, I'm going to come back and do some real work, actually. I really want to get the laser going. There's a lot of life happening. So I don't know exactly if or when I'll make that happen, but that'd be incredible to do by the end of the year. I'm not going to promise anything because, there's other stuff, so I got commitments. But really, we're close. All I got to do is mount the laser and get the water cooling going and then get an air compressor installed, which I have the components. Just got to make it happen. So, maybe this weekend we get a good stream in. That would be fun. I'm going to try to do that. No promises yet, but maybe a Saturday stream. That would be fun. I'm into it. All right, I'm going to plan on that. I'm coming back Saturday. All right. Hopefully you guys believe me. I believe me. We're going to come back Saturday. Subscribe to the other channel. Links in the description. Appreciate everybody for being a friend. We're going to come back and try to spread some positivity once more. So, until next time, you all take care out there. I'll do the same. Peace out from the Gingerhouse.